Imagine waking up one morning to find that the familiar word price has disappeared from our lives. You get up, walk into a store, and take everything you need: bread, milk, fruit, clothes. No one asks you to pay. You call a taxi? The ride is free. Want to travel? Your ticket costs nothing. Need medical treatment? It is available to everyone without a bill. Education, books, movies, housing, transportation, everything can be obtained without money. It sounds like a perfect utopia. But would the world really become a better place if absolutely everything became free? At first glance, such a system seems capable of solving most of humanity's problems. Poverty would disappear because no one could be left without food or a roof over their head simply because they lacked money. People would no longer work only for a salary. Many would devote themselves to what they truly love: art, science, research, raising children, or helping others. Perhaps the world would become calmer as the constant race for higher earnings and the fear of losing one's source of income would disappear. Free education would open enormous opportunities for millions of people. A talented child from any family could become a doctor, an engineer, or a scientist without worrying about the cost of studying. Free healthcare would increase life expectancy and reduce the number of illnesses because people could seek medical help immediately instead of postponing treatment due to financial difficulties. However, after some time, the main question would arise: who would create all these free goods and services? After all, food does not appear by itself. It is grown by farmers, transported by drivers, and sold by store employees. Clothes are sewn by workers, houses are built by construction crews, and electricity is generated by energy companies. Even if people do not pay for these things, their production still requires resources, time, and labor. If no one receives compensation for their work, what will motivate people to keep working? Of course, many will choose their profession because they truly enjoy it. There will always be doctors who love saving lives or teachers who sincerely enjoy educating children. But will there be enough people willing to perform difficult, dangerous, or repetitive jobs every day? Who will repair sewer systems, mine minerals, or work in factories if there is no reward that provides any personal advantage? Perhaps technological progress could solve part of this problem. Even today, many tasks are performed by robots and artificial intelligence. In the future, machines may be able to grow food, build houses, manufacture clothing, and deliver goods with almost no human involvement. In such a world, money might indeed lose its importance because enough resources could be produced for everyone. But even if production became fully automated, another challenge would remain: the limited nature of resources. Some things simply cannot be made available to everyone at the same time. For example, it is impossible to give everyone the same beachfront house or a front row seat at a concert by their favorite artist. Even if goods themselves cost nothing, scarce resources would still need to be distributed somehow. There is also the psychological side of the issue. People often value things they have worked hard to obtain. When something requires effort or time, it gains special meaning. If absolutely everything becomes free, people's attitudes toward possessions may change. Some might stop taking care of food, clothes, or technology because they could always get new ones. This could lead to enormous amounts of waste and place even greater pressure on the environment. Moreover, money serves more purposes than simply paying for goods. It helps measure demand, plan production, and allocate resources. If prices disappeared, an entirely new economic system would be required. Perhaps artificial intelligence could analyze the needs of billions of people and automatically determine how much food, how many cars, or how many medicines should be produced. Yet even the most advanced system would never be able to predict every human desire. It is also interesting to consider how relationships between people would change. Today, a profession often becomes part of a person's identity. People take pride in their careers, strive for promotions, and start their own businesses. If financial motivation disappeared, society would probably begin to value people according to different criteria: their knowledge, creativity, kindness, and ability to benefit others. Success might no longer be measured by the size of a person's bank account. On the other hand, another challenge would emerge: an abundance of free time. Not everyone knows how to find purpose in life on their own. For many people, Work provides communication, goals, and a sense of personal value. If the need to work disappeared, some individuals might struggle with feelings of emptiness. Society would therefore need to invest much more in culture, education, sports, and personal development. Sometimes it seems that certain elements of such a future already exist. In many countries, public education is free. Government-funded healthcare is available to citizens, and libraries, public parks, and museums offer free access. The Internet has made an enormous amount of knowledge available to almost everyone. We already enjoy many benefits without thinking about their price, although someone else's work and funding still make them possible. One can also imagine an intermediate model. Not everything would be free, but only the essentials: housing, food, healthcare, education, and basic transportation. Everything else would remain a matter of personal choice and exchange. Such a system would allow every person to live with dignity while preserving incentives for innovation, entrepreneurship, and technological progress. Ultimately, the question, what if everything became free, is far more complicated than it first appears. Free access alone does not produce goods, grow crops, or build homes. Behind every object stand resources, knowledge, and either human or machine labor. If technology one day makes it possible to produce almost everything without human effort and at virtually no cost, humanity may indeed approach a society where money loses its significance. Until then, the greatest value will remain not the absence of a price, but people's ability to create prosperity together and use available resources wisely. Perhaps the ideal world is not one where everything is free, but one where every person has access to everything they truly need, while also understanding the real value of work, time, and responsibility. After all, the true value of things is determined not only by their price, but also by the effort, knowledge, and human care invested in creating them.